Hello my dear students, welcome back to the video lesson. I am Shweta Gupta, your maths teacher, and today in this video lesson I am going to do the revision of lesson number 12, and the topic of the lesson is percentage. And today in this video lesson we will do the exercise A of this chapter, right? That is exercise 12A. So first of all, let us revise what we have learned in this chapter. So children, first of all, what do we mean by percentage? So when we say percentage, it means out of 100. Okay, so percentage means out of 100, right? And the symbol for percentage is this. So when I say 3%, right? So what does it mean? It means 3 parts or 3 out of 100, right? 3 out of 100, and it can also be written in the form of division as 3 upon 100. 3 parts out of 100 parts. In the same way, similarly, when we write 9%, what does it mean? It means 9 out of 100, right? And in division form we can write, or in fraction form we can write 9 upon 100 or 9 divided by 100. Similarly, 18% means 18 out of 100. Or which is equal to 18 upon 100. So now after revising what do we mean by percentage, let us come to the exercise 12A and let us revise some of the sums which are given in this exercise. So our first sum is, so the question number 1 of this exercise is, first question, write as fraction in lowest term. Right? And the first part of this question is 20%. Right? So we have to write 20% in the form of fraction, that is in the lowest form. Means we will first change this 20% into fraction, and then we will change that fraction to its, or we will reduce that fraction to its lowest term. Okay, so now 20% means 20 out of 100 or 20 divided by 100, right? Which we will write like this, 20 upon 100. Now we have to, now this is a fraction, but if we can reduce this fraction, we will reduce it and change it into its lowest term. So we can reduce this fraction by dividing it by 20. So when we divide it by 20, right, what do we get? We get 20 divided by 21 and 100 divided by 25. So this is our answer. When I write 20% as fraction in lowest term, it comes to be 1 by 5. Now let's do another part of this question. So now we have 6.25%. Right? 6.25%. Now again we have to write this percentage as fraction in lowest term. So let us see how we are going to write. 6.25, because since it is given in decimal fraction, this percentage is written in decimal fraction. First let's change it into common fraction. Now we know that after point there are 2 digits. It means that in the denominator we will write 100. So this will change, 6.25% will change to 625 upon 100%. Right? Now let's change this percent into fraction. So 625 by 100 out of percentage, 625 by 100% means 625 by 100 out of 100. Right? Means 625 by 100 out of 100 means divided by 100, right? So now how we will write this? we will write it like this, reciprocal of 100, and now we can divide it by 25. So 625 when divided by 25 becomes 25, and 100 divided by 25 becomes 4. Again we can divide 25 by 25, it will change into, it will become equal to 1, it will be equal to 1, and when we divide 100 by 25, it will be equal to 4. So our answer will come as 1 multiplied by 1, 1, and 4 multiplied by 4, 60. So this is our answer. Right. So this way we write percentage as fraction in lowest term. And I hope you have understood how to do this type of question, or how to change a percentage into fraction in the lowest form. Now let's come to the another question. So our second question is write as a decimal fraction. Our second question is write as a decimal fraction. Means we have to write the percentage given, and we have to write that percentage in the form of decimal, right? So the first part of this question is 3.5%. Okay, so now we have to write it as decimal fraction. So first of all, this percentage itself is written in decimal fraction. So 3.5 we can write as 35 by 10%. Okay, and 35 by 10% means 35 by 10 out of 100, or 35 by 10 divided by 100, right? So 35 by 10 divided by 100, which can be written as 35 upon 10 multiplied by 1 upon 100. Okay, now we can divide 35 by 5, it will change to 7, and this will become, no, we don't need to do this. We don't need to reduce this, because we have to write it in the form of decimal fraction. So 10 multiplied by 1 upon 100, and it will be 35 upon 1000, right? And now you can change this into decimal fraction as 0.035, and this is our answer. So this way we have written 3.5% as decimal fraction, right? Now let's come to the B part of this question. The B part is 15%. So now 15% means 50 out of 100, right? And now you can very easily change this into decimal fraction as 0.15, and this is our answer. Okay, now let's come to the third question of this exercise, and our third question is write as percentage. Write as percentage. Now let's see. The first part of this question is 7 by 12. So you have to write 7 by 12 as percentage. So whenever we write something as percentage, we want to say that something out of 100, right? So here we have 7 by 12. So 7 part out of 12 part, but we have to write it as percentage. So we have to find out how many parts out of 100. So 7 part out of 12 parts. So out of 100 part it will be, we will multiply it by 100, right? And it will become divided by 2, divided by 2, it will become 6, and 100 divided by 2 will come to 50. Again divided by 2, it will become 3, and it will be 25. 50 divided by 2 will be equal to 25. So now 7 multiplied by 25 upon 3, right? Which is equal to 175 upon 3, and this is equal to 58 when we write it as mixed fraction, it will change to 58 1 by 3%, right? So 7 by 12 is equal to 58 1 by 3%, right? Now let's do another part of the same question. So I have the question that you have to write 9 centimeter as percentage of 1 meter, right? So first of all, let's see what is the relationship between centimeter and meter. So we know that 100 centimeter makes 1 big meter, right? So 9 centimeter is equal to how many meters? 9 by 100 meter. Now this means that 9 centimeter is 9 part of 100 part of a meter, right? So we have to write it as percentage. So we will multiply it by 100 because we have to find out of 100. So out of 100 it will be, this will get cancelled when we divide it by 100 and we get 9%. Right. So 9 centimeter is 9% of 1 meter. I hope you have understood how to write the numbers in the form of percentage, whether it is a fraction or whether we are writing one unit as a percentage of another unit. Now children, let's come to the next question. Our next question is, find which is the fourth question, find the value of a part 20% of 75. So we have to find out the value of how much is 20% of 75. So 20% means 20 out of 100, right? And that is of 75. So let us find out. Common 0 will get cancelled. We will divide 2 by 1, is 2 by 2 and 10 by 2 and we get 5. Now we will divide 75 by 5 and 5 by 5 and what do we get? We get 50. So 20% of 75 is equal to 50. This is our answer. Right? Okay. Now let's come to the another part of this question, that is B part. So here you have to write 40% of rupees 600. Okay. So how you will find out? 40% means 40 by 100, right? Of rupees 600. We can divide 100 by 100, it will become 1, and 600 by 100, it will become 6. So this is equal to rupees 240. I hope you have understood how to find out the value. Okay, so now let's do some. After you have understood all these sums of based on percentage, now let's come to the homework. So children, I am giving you some question for homework which you are supposed to do on your own, and these questions are based on percentage and you will do it in your notebook. So the first question is, write as a common fraction. Write as a common fraction and a decimal fraction. So children, what you have to do in this question? You have to change the percentage. Percentage is given to you and you have to write that percentage in first as a common fraction. Of course, it will be in lowest term, and second as a decimal fraction. So there are two parts. Okay. So the first part of this question is 55%. So we have to write 55% as common fraction as well as decimal fraction. The second part of this question is 33 by 1 by 3. Third is 21.5%. So 55%, 33 1 by 3% and 21.5%. You have to write all these three parts as a common fraction as well as a decimal fraction. Now let's come to the second question. The second question is find the value of. So here you have to find the value. Find the value of. So the first part is 16% of 50. Second part, 36% of rupees 250. And the third part of this question is 45% of 1500 liters. Right? So children, this is your homework which you will do in your homework notebook on your own. So this way children, we have come to the end of this video lesson. I hope you have very well understood all the sums of percentage, and so this way I am ending this video lesson and we will meet again in our next video lesson. Thank you my dear children.